Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing all right. I've had a bit of a not a good day. We'll go with that. Not a very good day. Why? Because I've been here for 3 hours and we haven't even seen the new skins. Or did we just get them in time? Was that it? No. Damn it! Why'd you ping me now? Oh no, no. That's it. Okay, so once it hits midnight, once it's 1 second past midnight, that means we got a delayed rust, or that means no abnormals. That means all the new skins that would appear in the next rust store will, you know, all appear at the same time. Thursday night going into Friday morning, midnight. So Helk actually said in his own Twitter, skins will be appearing in like 45 minutes. That was 11:15 PM for me in the UK. And as you can see right here, why stop it? No, I'm being okay, there you go, done. No abnormals now. That's what you get. You're all on the naughty list. Every single one of you. Everyone. Every single person that's chatting up there. Oh, it's been like this for like 3 hours. So yeah, okay, that basically verifies we're not getting abnormals this week. It is another delayed rust store. It's not going to be as late as the one we had 2 weeks ago, because we are still expecting the skins to appear potentially within the next hour, I hope. But if you can remember what happened just over here, you remember the skins tomorrow and the delayed rust store? Well, yeah, it's not going to be delayed as in we're not going to have any skins until, well, midday Friday tomorrow. But we are definitely going to have a delayed rust store. We are not going to have abnormals again. That is the answer. And yeah, wonderful time to throw some bits at me. Wonderful. Thanks, Warhead. Yeah. Also, I've got to put the hype challenge on now. So yeah, let's actually hope I actually do get the. You got 5 points. Hey. Yeah. So let's actually hope I do get to be one of the people who is picked to have that desktop Twitch drop. That'd be nice, but I don't think anyone finds out potentially until tomorrow or next week. Yeah, it's probably going to be at some point over the course of the next 7 days, so that'd be cool. But yeah, no skins just yet. We were hopeful. I'm being trolled. It's just a normal thing. So quick refresh over here, and yeah, done. Cool. Okay, well, that sucks. That's unfortunate. It is what it is. So we will stick around for the actual release of the skins. Maybe it might happen in like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, who knows. But yeah, we are still expecting the actual rust store. If it doesn't appear, well, I really am going to be annoyed. And we can all be annoyed collectively at Mr. Helk. Yes, you promised us, Mr. Helk. Where is it, Mr. Helk? Where are my pixels? Where's my fix? Alright, so I guess we'll just skip ahead and we'll find out what happens. So with that, stop! You...
69.
Shut up!
LLLLL. 69. LLLLL.
Does that stop it? I have defeated you. You've been defeated. Wait, is that the real ping? Oh, is that... really? I was just... You're 2 minutes late. I was actually all good to say... never mind. Alright, let's go do the thing. Let's go scream. Okay. And the new skins are? No, honestly, okay, so we've got the ping. We've got the ping, but, like, the actual skins haven't actually appeared. So, no. No. Okay, we might be here for a while. When normals? I don't know. I don't know. There are no abnormals this week. We're all depressed. I'm actually conflicted. If it was 2 minutes late, does it still roll over into not being abnormals? I don't know. Well, yeah, it just shows how prepared I was for this. So we actually do have the proper ping in our server. We have the SU membot, which keeps track of when rust stores rotate. It's actually pinged at 2 minutes past midnight in the UK. And skins? Nope. So depression? So, I don't know. It's up. Really? Where? Over here? Well, there you go. I mean, that's there, but I'm not seeing anything different here. All right, let's go check SCMM.app. Let's refresh here. Maybe SCMM.app probably sees it. I can't. I don't know what got picked. Yeah, I mean, of course, SCMM doesn't know because it hasn't pinged. Well, no, it pinged me, but it doesn't know. So, I don't know. I really know. I really know how to function like a human. Well, there's another ping. So now we go look over to here, and the answer is no. I'm just getting trolled now, aren't I? I do need to do my buy orders. Like, I got these to... Oh, crap. Screw it. Let's just do it. Okay, no, we'll skip ahead. And then when everything's all appeared, then blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. Okay. Check last collection. Last collection? I don't know. Oh, what's up? Wait, is it up? Up? Is it up? No. Is it up here? Oh, it is. Oh, okay. So we got the okay. That's the see-through mesh armor door right there. The bombshell single armor door is no longer special. Damascus immediately gets a continuation. Frog collection magically returns with a new skin. Neon Vibes is definitely turning into a deplorable collection. I made a big fuss about that earlier, and well. You got yourself a furnace skin right there with a very nice colourful interior, which is a big thing we made mention of when we talked about the Spider Cocoon furnace a good couple months back. Pirate Collection is now dabbling into deplorables. I'm surprised the rug wasn't accepted. And Pressurizer, that's an independent skin. I can't remember who made it, but I think that might be a newer skin creator. Ronin SAR, continuation. So everything here is a continuation except this thing. I'm not hating, that's fine. That's cool. I'm not... That's perfectly fine. So, which should... Actually, no, it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters for what is and isn't abnormal. Because, like I said, the rust rotation happened after midnight in the UK. And it's all based on UK time. We can still point out what is and isn't abnormal. It's just, I don't think it's going to matter. So, let's just go take a look over here. Right, so that's abnormal. This is also abnormal. This is not... Wait, what? That's abnormal, but this isn't. Oh, because this is selling for $2 and this is selling for $1. What? All right, whatever. That's not abnormal. That is abnormal. That is abnormal. The Pirate Sheepman door, the glow-in-the-dark version. Very nice, very cool. And this Pressurizer double-barrel shotgun, which is $2.49. That is also abnormal. This Redemption Sap, which we greatly appreciate. Yep, that's abnormal. And this Ronin SAR is not abnormal. That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 abnormals this week, 3 regular skins this week. So, cool. That's it. That's it. Pressurizers are from Shedmon. So it looks like then we didn't have the... we did not have a skin creator getting their first ever acceptance this week then. That's usually a thing we tend to see for the very last Rust store of a month. So it looks like that trend didn't work this week. Awkward. Alright, so in terms of that prediction, I'll sort that out in a second, Warhead. What we need to do is we need to go finish off doing those buy orders, which we can see over here, because we did that one, did that one, but we still need to do this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and what we'll do is we'll skip ahead, leave it for a decent amount of time, and we'll talk about all the new skins and whatnot. Sounds good? So let's skip ahead again. Good evening, Raskin enjoyers, or good morning. It's very late for me. It's early morning for me. So, as we pointed out, we are not expecting abnormals this week. Feel free to still appear for my Wednesday stream when we talk about the abnormals and whatnot. It does look like it's just going to be a stream where we discuss prices and whatnot. That's what we'd normally do if we don't have abnormals. But the fact that these appeared like just a few minutes, literally just a few minutes after that midnight time, is it gonna definitely not be available? Are these definitely not going to be abnormal? I don't know. It's very awkward. So please be aware that we very likely won't be having abnormals this week. Just want to get that nice and established. So whilst these appeared eventually, it seems even then, based on UK time, it appeared when it was Friday. Even if it was just like 2 minutes later, doesn't matter, it was still technically Friday. Therefore, all of these skins are expected to become marketable at the exact same time next Thursday night. So in the UK, that'll be midnight, Thursday evening, rolling into Friday morning next week. Those are the rules. So if we don't see abnormals next week, that is going to be what's happening. Understood? I know it's stupid, but yeah, it literally happened 2 weeks ago, so you should understand how this all works. And just to show you this real quickly, for some strange reason, the accepted section isn't updating, so I don't know what's going on there. It's a bit weird. Right, so of course, we have a Rustore rotation. We of course have the regular skins becoming marketable. Here you have the likes of the Desert Beast Burlap pants and the shirt. Now, both of these did basically the exact same. 700 requests. Buy orders pushing all the way up to about 85 cents. We talked about this more than enough. It really does look like it's going to be doing okay. I don't imagine it's going to be doing insane, but the chances of potentially seeing more skins being accepted at some point down the line, maybe at the very end of December, maybe early January, I cross my fingers and hope to see that happen. But I'm optimistic, mainly due to the fact that I don't expect to see any more burlap skins for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, but I think everything's going to potentially work out all right for it. By default, you've got 4 skins already. It's affordable. How many of them sold? We quickly look over to here. Only just under 13,000 bare minimum sales. So both for that shirt and, of course, with this pair of pants. So that's not that much. And it's a lot less compared to the likes of the Arctic ones, if you can remember. That did 35,000 sales. The pants the same. But Arctic was much more needed for the Arctic biome compared to the desert biome. So, yeah, there is a big difference there. But at the end of the day, you've got a proper collection. Hopefully we do see more. I would like to see it, but it's a case of what happens next, because we know we're not seeing any more regular skins being uploaded. No, it's Christmas time now. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. So with what we see here, it seems to be stable. It seems to be reasonable. Let's keep an eye on it. But yeah, like I ended up buying 50 of each, which I can quickly show off over here. So over to here, yeah, you can see 50 of each. I thought it would be fine. Like, if it only retains its value, if it only stays above a certain price, I'm okay with that. I do still see it doing all right around January time, post-Christmas time. So, time will tell. Let's see if we do see continuations. But that's going to take a good few weeks, and we'll explain more a little bit later. Hey, sleeping bag, this sold for $1.49. Buy orders are only going up to 90 cents. We weren't exactly super enthusiastic for this, so yeah, the buy orders only show so much. Well, there's 485 now. I was about to say free, but someone just put down 100. Don't know what happened there, but cool. Yeah, it probably won't be retaining its value. It will very likely go down to around $1. But will things change? Will people think, you know what, this might actually be very good for the desert environments, and maybe it does prove to be the case, and maybe everybody starts to appreciate it. Maybe the role players start to appreciate it. This is why I said maybe the skin creators should consider making like a hay rug, so they can make like a barn, you can sleep in a barn. Role players are having a great time. So we'll see what happens with the likes of this, but I am expecting for it to go below its Rustore price pretty easily. So then you have the likes of the Thanksgiving turkey furnace. I've been questioning this for a very long time. Like, what do you think's going to happen to the likes of this? It's a very goofy, silly furnace, and those do tend to do quite all right. You might sit there and say, oh, it's holiday themed. Well, I mean, it's not like it's super in your face saying Happy Thanksgiving. No. So we shall see. It's a very silly, goofy skin. Will it work out in time? Like, as time goes on. By default, furnaces tend to do pretty badly during the year. We've seen that, of course, a lot during this year. But with the likes of that, I think it might work out right. Just don't expect it to really go stupidly high in price. Unless someone decides to buy them all out. Not many of these sold. If we could just quickly hop over to here. As you can see, this only did just over 6,000 bare minimum sales. 6,371 subscribers to be precise. So, yeah. How many did each of those people buy? We don't know. But we'll find out eventually, I guess. As we go over to here, we now also have the Ronin SAR. This sold just under 6,000 bare minimum sales. And, well, for a $2 price, buy orders only going up to $1. A little bit awkward, but, yeah. It is what it is, I'm afraid. We've had many SARs come out this year, vast majority of them in a negative. And they very likely will probably be staying there, especially during the likes of post-Christmas. It's unfortunate, but, yeah, too many options, and, well, only certain ones tend to be liked enough to be used. I know, it's awkward. Very sorry, but with a sheer lack of sales, maybe we see a sheer lack of listings, and maybe it does work out all right in the future, but you've got to keep an eye out for yourself. And with the regular skins out of the way, we can quickly point out the likes of abnormals, because, of course, if we now quickly hop over to here and look at the current week's Rustore, we saw 2 notable skins, well, 3 technically, that have continuations that have appeared, and they got bought out. So Neon Vibes had a decent amount of sales. It's now pushing up to $3.50. And we got more buy orders here now. So more people decided to put down a bigger, stronger buy order because this is now turning into a very nice, well-established deployable collection. And before we started recording all of this for this video, earlier today I was rambling non-stop to my chat. Guys, we potentially have a very nice collection in front of us because we had in line the Neon Vibes furnace and the large box. Now, if you're happy about the furnace, get a good look at this box because, well, that's looking pretty good. Do you reckon we'll get all 4? Do you reckon we'll get even more? Who knows? But things are looking very good for that. So on the horizon, another continuation potentially next week. And I know you definitely want that. Oh, I know you want it. So everything's looking pretty good for that collection now. Both the doors are starting to rise up in price. And as you can see over here, it's got hardly any listings. The barders are getting stronger. It's very likely going to be doing good from now on. Oh, yes, it is. So we'll talk more about that in a second because we have to talk about the full collection. So as of now, 5,000 buy orders. Very nice, very cool. Let's move on. Here we have the Damascus Tier 3. This was bought out. Yes, both the pieces of the Damascus Tier 3 were literally just bought out the very second we saw the rust door rotation happen. We're not going to see them on the front page for a good 10-15 minutes, but they're going to be appearing on the front page. Literally cleaned out. So, of course, now you see 4 more people decided to list theirs, and the buy orders are pushed up as well. So that got stronger. That's looking better. But it is a question of, it's, in terms of the design, it's somewhat similar to like Hardsuit. And I'm not really saying Hardsuit is a contender, something to compete against, but maybe we should look at Hardsuit and look at it and think, could this potentially end up the same way as Hardsuit? So we'll talk more about that when we discuss the hoodie and pants. But yes, this did get a lot more interest. This was bought out. And well, this is looking to be a whole lot more appealing now because, we've got the immediate continuation. Literally the next week. So very nice, very cool. This is looking to be a whole lot better now because of it. Let's now take a look at the likes of the Abyss AR. So this is a $3 skin. Unfortunately, buy orders basically end at $1.80. People decided to play it safe. This will be expected to go below its $3 price. How long for, though? The whole collection, the Abyss collection, does seem to be appreciated. It does seem to be a case of people like it. So I can imagine it's going to have a pretty good time around January time, but we shall see. But will it go below its $3 price? I am expecting that. Yes, I am. So you could just put down like a $2, maybe a slightly higher price of $2. You will be buying them. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. So with that, that's all the abnormals. Let's now close all of this away. Let's start discussing all of these brand new skins. So, here we go. Quick refresh. Let's make sure we're fully up to date with the sales. Let's just be aware of this. I think Europeans are probably asleep now. Normal ones, yes, normal ones for sure. But you're not going to see a lot of sales at the moment. Americans are probably just getting home, seeing all of this and thinking, wow, that's amazing, that's cool. So this week, good rust door. It's mostly continuations. Every single skin here except the double barrel is a continuation. So that's cool. That's nice. And I think people will be appreciating it. So I wonder what we see next week. Because there's another thing I have to point out real quickly. All the skins here are typical picks. AKA from TGG's Top Picks collection. I was under the assumption that we're going to see more of this from now on. Because for a very long time, for 3 months, every single rust door mostly consisted of early picks. But this week, all typical picks, all skins that you would see in the top picks list for this current week. Now, I should kind of point out, it does appear to be a case of Face Puncher was running late today. Of course, the rust door rotated late, so of course, yeah. Maybe they only looked at TGG's list. They didn't put any time to look at any of the early picks, any of the late picks. So who knows? Who knows? But I get the feeling maybe next week, because I have to point this out, maybe next week. So December 7 to be precise, we might see a lot of late picks. What makes you say that, Hedge? And I'm talking potentially very late picks. It's the last rust store before we have the Christmas rust stores. And to put you in a very similar position, do you remember the last rust store just before Halloween? That was the charitable rust store. So we had the charitable rust skins, but every other skin was basically a late pick. Pretty much the vast majority of skins in here were a late pick. And you also had one skin that was a bit older, extra late. So going back over to here, more specifically December 7, I'm under the impression we might potentially see some like later skins. Maybe we will see, all the skins that, if you watch my Rush Workshop skin checks, these will be in the next typical batch. This will be in the next top picks list by TGG. But maybe we do see some even later skins just being kind of randomly picked out as well. Maybe. But like I would always say, please consider taking a look at the likes of my Rush Workshop skin checks video. If you always want to be informed, straightforward about what are the continuations, I do add chapters for all of those. It's always nice to be extra informed and whatnot. I'm sure you get the idea. But, maybe we could see some extra late picks as well. Maybe there's some skin collections from before that didn't get picked that could randomly get picked for next week. Who knows? But just to really get that out there in front of you, like, you have to be aware that next week is the final normal Rastor, and then it's just Christmas skins. So, cool. That's understood. Let's now start talking about the skins. Let's start talking about which of these skins potentially is going to be are they going to be nice investments? Is everything going to work out splendid for them? Let's jump straight in. Let's start talking about the Brutalist Armored Door. Guys, we got another see-through mesh armored door here. This armored door has a whole lot more compared to the likes of Incarceration and Bombshell. Do you see that bit to the side there? That right there is all of that is see-through. You can see through that. No issue, no problem. Well, Incarceration probably isn't going to be that expensive anymore. I mean, it's kind of old, so it probably still retains some value, but it's not as special as it was before. And of course, back in the summer, we had 20,000 sales for the Bombshell armored door? Yeah, single armored door. That was a very nice pickup. But, yeah, I think this outclasses both. You got more. You can see through more. Need I say any more? Yeah. So, we've got basically another Brutalist skin. So by default, how are the other Brutalist skins currently looking? So let's just go over to here. And I'm pretty sure we will be seeing the likes of both the sheet metal door and the garage door rising up in price. SCMM tends to be a bit slow to react to price changes. So it says $4.30 here and just under $4 here. Let's go take a look at them up to date right now. And, well, what's the price here? This is currently selling for $4.34. You do have a 10 there. Oh, that's not helping anybody. Why would you do that? What about the garage door? How you doing? Quick refresh. And, well, that seems to be better. Someone probably bought out a couple and it's now up to $4. I don't think people have reacted that much. I think these builders are a bit more fresh, but yeah. Maybe the fact that this came out late, people haven't really made that much movement. So keep an eye on this over the course of Friday. Maybe things change then, because like I said, Europeans, they went to sleep. Maybe Americans haven't reacted this fast enough. Keep an eye on it, because like I said, we've now got 3. Could we potentially see another one? Maybe, surely, possibly, who knows. But every single one of these doors, see-through mesh, glow-in-the-dark, wonderful, useful, and I think people will be appreciating these as time goes on. Pay to win? Yes, I know, of course. You can't say no to that. But yeah, look at the likes of the Bombshell door that came out a good couple months ago. Let's go down to here. There it is, yeah. That's not doing super great. Now, there is a good reason for why this didn't do super great initially. This came out during the summer sale, Steam summer sale, and for a while, many skins on the Steam market broke. You couldn't properly list it and sell the skin. The only way to sell your skins was to sell directly to the highest buy order. So, for example, I could do that right now if I wanted to. And that basically killed off all the support that the Bombshell armored door had. It had tons of buy orders pushing all the way up to $2.49, the price it sold for in the Rust store, but it just basically died because people, of course, unloaded everything to the highest buy order and ran away because they thought everything was going wrong. So this, unfortunately, had a very bad start. And it's kind of slowly stayed the same, basically. It hasn't been super great. Post-Christmas time, could this still improve? I think it could, but it's got direct competition. This very likely will be not going as high as it was going to be because, well, something's outpaced it, outranked it, I guess you could say. So, yeah, awkward. So my answer to you for likes of this brand new Brutalist armored door is I think that's going to be doing good. Now, if we stay on pace with the amount of sales we've seen throughout all of November, technically this is supposed to be a November 30 skin, basically, look at the likes of this. I'm thinking that will actually be doing quite all right. And if we don't see the people return in time, because we've only reached 87,000 on November 30, maybe it doesn't sell that much. And maybe it gets appreciated a whole lot, and maybe it does super well when we reach January time. Who knows? But I want to keep an eye on the amount of sales, all right? We can make comparisons to the other armor doors. We can make comparisons to the other Brutalist doors. But yeah, things are looking good. Things are looking good. So it's abnormal. If you like it, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator. But if you're wanting to buy many of them and you want to play it safe, well, you got to wait it out. You got to wait until Wednesday, look at it, and make a decision. And even then, yeah, it's abnormal, but abnormals are very likely going to be broken this week. So that's awkward, and we will have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, you don't have to rush into anything. But you will have to potentially buy it beforehand because, you know, even when the rust door rotates next week, it very likely won't be, you know, it's not going to become marketable either. Yeah, all the skins are expected to become marketable at the exact same time. That'll be after the rust door rotation next week. So, yeah, we'll talk more about it Wednesday. Answer is you might just have to wait until Wednesday. We'll be on stream. Look in the description of this video. You'll see links to my socials. My Twitch is right there. I stream every Wednesday. We talk about the abnormals. We buy onto the abnormals. We look at the bar of support afterwards. We make decisions if we want to jump in and make some purchases. Basically, I did that last night when I discussed the likes of the Desert Beast burlap stuff. So that right there looks promising. I want to see how many sales happen. And if it doesn't do that much sales, all the better for us, okay? I don't think we're going to see anything like this ever. Like maybe a like a Twitch drop in the future, but the amount of transparency on that is a lot more than any other armored door so far. So all good. Right, Neon Vibes Furnace. This right here. First immediate thing that I want to talk about is that we have the nice trend here of the different coloured interior. Now, I made a fuss about this back during Halloween, where we saw the likes of that Spider Cocoon Furnace. Yes, this went down in price. It's a brand new Halloween skin. It's a holiday theme skin. This was expected. If you're a bit confused with what I'm talking about, just go over to my YouTube, watch this new price pattern video. It will explain everything. Like, I talk about the Halloween skins in the first 10 minutes. You'll basically understand the process. You'll basically understand that that was expected. Okay? We all good? We understood? Cool. So even then, it didn't dramatically die. It only went down by 22%. Let's go take a look at this skin and see how many listings there are and whatnot, how the build is currently looking. So there's 86. That's below the average amount you'd expect for a rust skin on Steam Market. Every rust skin usually has about 100 quantity. So it's $1.60 here, highest build is $1.40, but even then, guys, even then, I can't help but think this is going to still have a very nice future ahead of it. Number one, looks very cool. It's got covered in spiders and whatnot. Ooh, yeah. But, like, the nice, weird neon green coloration, I can see that doing all right in the future. Now, let's talk more specifically about what I'm talking about with all furnaces, because why did I make such a fuss about that Spider Cocoon Furnace? This isn't a good day today. No, my internet just cut out. I hope I managed to record enough so I can easily just splice stuff in. I'm so sorry. What a terrible day this is. Unbelievable. Right, we'll skip ahead and we'll, get to the next bit. So, sorry about that. My apologies about that. Sorry it happened, but let's just move on. So, it's been good, like 15 minutes since then. So, we're talking about furnaces in general. If you take a look at all of them, but more specifically look at them in terms of highest price, you'll notice a bit of a pattern. Basically, what I was alluding to is any furnace with a different coloured interior tends to sell better, and they tend to retain their value so much more that they actually become very nice investments. Straight up, we have the Toxic Furnace right there, selling for $8.66. You got the Ghostly Flames selling for $6.60. You got Abyss selling for almost $5. Scrolling down a little bit more, you see the likes of the Tribe Furnace. And then, of course, now we have Neon Vibes Furnace. And we already mentioned the likes of Spider Cocoon. If you keep scrolling down more and more and more and more, there is no other furnace here with a differently coloured interior. So now you can understand this special, unique thing with certain furnaces. Cool, we got the point across. So basically, I can imagine it has a pretty good future ahead of it. Plus, we shouldn't rule out the possibility that we might just happen to see another skin on the horizon. Yes, just recently we saw another Neon Vibe skin being submitted. Do you reckon we might see that next week? I'm hopeful, and you got a lovely little picture here made by Diaz. Potentially on the horizon. What do you reckon? So, Deplorable Collection, looking pretty good. More Deplorable be accepted. Well, of course, you'll see a spike in demand, spike in price. Go take a look at the front page now on the Steam market, and wouldn't you believe it, Neon Vibes Garage Door has been bought out. Next to no quantity, the price has risen ever so nice. So yeah, we are seeing a very nice, everything's working out very nicely for the Neon Vibes collection. This is good, this is nice to see, and I think the furnace is a perfectly fine thing to approach. Now, you can wait until Wednesday if you want to, but I'll be honest with you, it's selling nicely. It's now the top selling skin so far, but then again, it's only been like about an hour or so, basically, you don't have to rush into buying anything. We don't have abnormals working this week, but you could still wait until Wednesday. The choice is yours, it's up to you, but yeah. So, I know, I have to repeat this. Furnaces that came out this year they haven't performed very well, have they? Scroll down, just get a good look at all of them, and only the Abyss Furnace is the one that's retained its value and stayed in the positive. All of the other ones have not performed very well. But this is a routine thing that does happen pretty much all the time. So you can wait it out. We can look at the sales, and we can approach this on Wednesday. We can make a decision then whether we want to buy it or not. Sounds good. Let's move on. Let's start talking about the Redemption SAP. So another skin for the Redemption Collection, a SAP. And we haven't had one for a while, have we? Did you even consider thinking about that? So first of all, look at this. When was the last SAP to be accepted? Oh, what's that? We'll talk more about that in a second. Yes, it was the SAP Nana back in August. So we've waited 3 months for this, which, it's fine. Now, at first glance, you look at these and see semi-automatic pistols don't appear to be doing very well. Their skins, to be more precise. I know it is a bit odd, but I will point this out. Last year, towards the end of 2022, we were basically in the same position, but around January time, all the SAP skins did go up in price. Pretty much, nearly all of them were in the positive. So I expect the same thing to happen potentially with the likes of, some of these maybe, but for this one, 100%. For this one, for sure. With the likes of many people expected to return, they're going to get a good look at the improvements or the additions that the Redemption Collection has had. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if people jump back in and buy these out. Very nice, appealing skins to look at, very useful aim sights, and I'm pretty sure people do love a good collection. Something to put on display on their weapon racks. So that right there, I think, does have a good future ahead of it, purely based on the fact that it's part of a well-established collection that people do like. So, we could discuss okay, should we jump in and buy now? You know what I'm going to say. Wait until Wednesday. Wait until Wednesday. We'll get a good look at the sales, and then we'll make a consideration how we're going to approach it from there. I can expect a pretty good future for this. So if you're jumping early, you do you, but I'd like to wait it out. So we're not going to have abnormals. That's not expected. So it's a case of looking at a Wednesday and making a decision then. Now, I don't think we're going to see that many sales. I've probably already mentioned that, but I don't think we're going to have that many sales, so things should turn out quite all right in the long term. So we'll leave it until Wednesday. We'll discuss more about that. Let's move on. Let's start talking about the Pirate Sheet Metal Door. So this is where the Pirate Collection now dabbles into the likes of deplorables, but it wasn't the first deplorable to be submitted. It's actually the second. Quite some time back, we had the Pirate Flag Rug. Very surprised to see that wasn't accepted. It's the perfect skin for the collection. But no, I'm not allowed. All right, fair enough, sure. But from here on now, what could we expect? I don't know, maybe some boxes, some treasure chest pirate. Oh, no, pirate treasure chest. All right, 1on-J, you need to pay me for that cool idea. But it's conflicting because 1on-J is also making the Desert Beast collection. Awkward, yes, very much so. We'll see what happens next, but he has been going back and forth with his submissions. What do you mean? We'll go over to here, we'll go to the workshop, we'll look at his recent submissions, and as you can see, it's been Desert Beast Pirate, and then randomly this. But it's fine. Give him some break. Give him a bit of a break. He'll return to adding more. We'll see what, gets a good addition eventually, but I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if he keeps adding more and more and more to the Pirate Collection. It's been very successful for him. It's been very successful for Face Punch with the amount of sales we've seen for the armor and whatnot. But I can't imagine we're going to see 50,000 sales for likes of this as well. I mean, you can clearly see that with the weapons. So for this sheet metal door, very nice, straightforward, and glows in the dark. We must repeat that. It does glow in the dark, which you can see right here. It's a fair bit faint, but you know what? I'm pretty sure some people do appreciate that. I think it's fine. I think it'd be okay. I can't imagine it's going to be stonking, at the very least. But it is that same trap that we've seen many times in the past. A $2.49 sheet metal door. How many times this year have we seen something like that? Well, we'll just take a look and we'll remind ourselves. Ever since the summertime, I'm talking all ever since the sunken door. $2.49 now sells for 65 cents. $2.49 now sells for 97 cents. $2.49 now sells for $1.41. Yeah, $2.49, $2.49, $2.49, $2.49. $3.49, $2.49. Yeah, so basically, sheet metal doors haven't been doing super great this year. It's unfortunate, but there's too many options. With the likes of this, it's at least part of a collection. I can see it doing better than most of the other sheet metal doors, but I kind of wouldn't be surprised if it still goes below its rust or price. But for how long? That's a good question, because I do expect the whole of, with the likes of the Pirate Collection, I can expect the likes of all of this clothing and armour doing very nicely around January time. Not everybody can afford blackout clothing and whatnot, because it's too expensive, but this, for the price of maybe one blackout kilt, you could buy all of that. And that's why I expect a very nice future ahead with the likes of all of this. Now, if loads of people are wanting to buy all the clothing and armour, maybe they'll feel the need to go ahead and buy the door as well. We shall see, but I'd rather leave it to Wednesday. Look at the sales, make a decision, and that's going to be my approach. You knew I was going to say that. So, moving on, we'll take a look at the likes of the Damascus hoodie and pants. So immediately, literally last week, we had the tier 3, now we've got the Damascus, and I will show this, as you can see, Damascus tier 3 on the front page. So give it some time, I'm sure we'll be seeing more listings, but it worked, like instantly. We got another continuation. Very nice, very cool. Let's get a good look at this in game. Do you like what you see? Because I do have to kind of question this. Compare this with the likes of Hard Suit Collection, for example. Can you see this doing better? Now, you might immediately look at that and say, well, I like the metallic scale type of design. It's like a dragon and whatnot. Fair enough. I can respect that. I can see that. But it's like, well, is it going to still hold? Is it going to still last? Like, I'm sure many people were super hyped with the likes of Hard Suit when it was initially coming out, but we still need tier 2. And it took forever for Hard Suit tier 2 to appear, didn't it? So it's very nice that the hoodie and pants are immediately accepted, and by default, with a new core piece being accepted, the pre-existing core piece will spike in demand, spike in price, as we can see here. Basically, it's cleaned out. But will everything work out all right for this in the future? Now, we do have to take this into consideration. We're not going to be seeing tier 2 for maybe, well, we're not going to probably see it until January, because of course we have the Christmas stuff coming out. So, keeping that in mind, will people be annoyed that they don't instantly see the tier 2 and unload these very quickly? I kind of wouldn't be surprised. Like, we have, even with the Hard Suit skins, when we saw the tier 2 being accepted, tier 3, hoodie and pants, they sold very nicely initially, but then it did go down. This only just technically became marketable, okay? Will all the buy orders and whatnot that are in place on the likes of these, will it hold? Will it retain its value? Will the hoodie and pants sell an equal amount? Yes, we do have to bring that up. Damascus tier 3, well, the face mask sold more than the chest plate, but if we see between 12 to 13,000, it's perfectly aligned. There shouldn't be any issues. If it sells a bit less, well, in the future, maybe the hoodie and pants sell for a lot more. If this sells more than the tier 3, well, that would mean it would be more likely going to struggle in terms of as time goes on, it would sell at a cheaper price compared to this because there's more of it in circulation. I'm sure you understand. Go look at Abyss Collection, for example. Look at tier 3 compared to the other stuff. So, yeah, we got that all nice and established. Keep it all in your head. So, again, it's a game of being patient, waiting it out. I understand it is awkward. I respect that. I get that. But, yeah, it's not good. I'm sorry. But, sorry, I just kind of lost my trace of thought there for a second. Something appeared to the side. Basically, by default, if we do see a tier 2, eventually, of course, you're going to see another spike in demand, spike in price. That's nice, but I am still very, very conflicted in regards to what I expect for this in the future. We have had plenty of complete collections in the past that just ended up going nowhere because there wasn't actually any demand. Like, let's treat the spike in demand, spike in price situation a good thing that's really only good with the likes of investors. Yes, it's mostly the investors jumping in and making a quick move and whatnot. So, does that really parallel real people? Probably not. No. All right, then. So, we've said our words. I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to see what happens next. But, it's nice. If you did buy these, congratulations. You got some good profits. But maybe it'd probably be a smart idea to, jump into those profits now whilst you can. Because I don't imagine everything's going to remain super hot, super in demand for the moment. Over time. Alright, sounds good. So keep an eye on all of that. Let's move on. Let's take a look at the likes of the frog box. Perfectly goofy green box. He's happy. He's content. He's sitting down. He's got a really weird ass. Anyway, I like that. That's cool. He's perfectly happy. Life is fine. Life is good. He's perfectly in his lane, nice and content. No issues, no problems, just chilling in a pond. Surely one day we can achieve that type of success. Anyway, so we have the likes of the Furnace, we have the likes of the Small Box, we have a Rock, and we have the Bone Club. It's a very weird collection, and, well, what do we expect from this from now on? Because I will point this out, we saw the likes of Frog Burlap earlier this year and Sheepman Adore. I kind of wouldn't be surprised if Ideal probably makes a second version, version 2 of his Sheepman Adore, because, you know, why not? It's a nice, quick, easy thing that he can do. We'll see if that potentially leads to anything. But, I don't know. Small Boxes, go take a look at them this year. Go see how they're currently performing, because things have been very, 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 very awkward. Look at all of them. Look at all of them. Only the tempered Small Box is doing all right. All of the other ones, they ain't doing good. Now, we saw some very similar behaviour with all of these Small Boxes last year. They were doing bad. Then we got to January, and suddenly all Small Boxes were in the positive. Every single one. So I don't think we're going to be seeing that again, because we also got quite a decent amount of like free skins. So, well, yeah, I'm not super confident in that. I could expect some more frog skins. By all means, if you got a cool idea for a frog skin, go to the workshop page, go to the comments, go give Ideal a nice goofy idea. It's nice to see another frog, but I just don't really know where it's going to go next, and I'm not that sure with it, and with that, I'm not that confident with it. It's unfortunate, but like, yeah. Keep an eye out for the likes of the sales. We'll see what happens next, but I don't really expect too much. Ronin SAR. Let's go get a good look at this, because, of course, we do have the Ronin collection. Never got the hoodie and pants. Very unfortunate. That Ronin AK immediately went down by 50%. Yep. It's still above $1, which is what we expected, but it's not exactly in a great position, is it? It's very awkward, very unfortunate. What's likely going to happen to that Ronin SAR? I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if it basically follows the exact same way in which the Ronin AK-47 behaved. It'll probably just instantly halve in price and go down to around just above $1. That is the expectation. Let's keep an eye out for the sales, because, you know, get a good look at it. Get a good look at it. You know, give it some time. Perfectly fine, no issue. Aim down the sight. It's all red, so yeah, man, it's still going to be good. Alright, so for most environments, that's going to be perfectly fine. It does blend in ever so nicely with the likes of the armour that already exists. I could see it doing all right. I just can't imagine it's going to be doing all right instantly. I can imagine there's going to be problems. I can imagine there's going to be some issues. So I think we're probably just going to stick with doing a barter in that one, because I can't imagine it going below its store price. And if all I had to do is show you all the SARs that came out this year, how many of them are in the negative? The vast majority, unfortunately. You can't count the Solita SAR. So yeah, that might have just come out, but yeah, that price isn't legit. So, yeah. And we do see a lot of SAR skins being given away as Twitch drops, so that's a whole nother thing. And then for Twitch Rivals, we've basically got another SAR coming out that has the exact same like aim sight as the Imp SAR. That's the Crowley SAR. That's coming out soon. If you want to learn more about that, please consider... I didn't mean to show that yet. Please consider watching this video right here. It will basically go over all the details in regards to that. So, yeah, consider watching that video. Very nice, very cool. Okay, so then we have the likes of the Pressurizer double-barrel shotgun. I'm very sorry to say this, Mr. Shedmon, but I'm not confident in double-barrel shotguns. I am not very confident at all. We do get quite a lot of them accepted every year, and then they go down in price pretty badly. It is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Like, get a good look at the skin. Come on, give it some time. Give it a good look. All right. I can respect that. It looks nice. Will this turn into a collection? Maybe. Is it going to be a weapon-only collection? I wouldn't be surprised. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. It looks like one of those situations where it's going to be a 70-cent to 90-cent buy order. Again, at the end of the day, if you like what you see, please, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creators, keep them motivated, keep wanting to put out very nice creative ideas for the future. However, I'm just not that confident in double-barrel shotguns anymore. It's unfortunate. They do get used and whatnot, but they just don't really retain their value. I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah. Sorry about the weird, like, issues in between with talking about all of these. The internet disruption, my stream, you know, they're gone. And just being lost in the moment trying to figure out what to say in regards to these. But, yeah, this video hasn't been a good one today, has it? And I apologise. I can't speak anymore. It's late. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But let's throw out a whole bunch of information at you now. So, what did I accidentally reveal to you with the sap and the sleeping bag? Well, I put this tweet out earlier. We have noticed that we got some very special skins that will be given away as Twitch drops, and they're not Twitch rival skins, no. See, earlier, I was very confused when I saw this. No, that's not the tweet, it's this one. I am screwing up so much. I'm so sorry. There we go, it's this one. I'm so sorry today. There you go. Very randomly, I saw Alistair retweet this, and I didn't fully realise, but what you can see right there is a Twitch drop. If you actually go onto this page, it's a blog. So, just to point out, it's a special month. It's Christmas, wow. So, during all of December, many games are giving out free skins and whatnot. And for Rust, considering it's their 10th anniversary, during the 16th of December and the 31st of December, so you basically got 2 weeks. For any Rust stream that you watch on Twitch, after 3 hours, you get a Santa sleeping bag. After 6 hours, you get the gingerbread sap. 9, you can see all that. You just have to make sure that your Twitch account is linked with your Steam account, or a Steam account. Which one you prefer is up to you. So I'm sure you can understand all of that. I'm sure you understand how to navigate Twitch and whatnot. So yeah, very nice, very cool. Now you're informed. And yeah, that's where the likes of this tweet came about. So we've got an AK, we've got gingerbread sap, we've got the likes of the large box, and we've got the likes of the sleeping bag. They're not going to be marketable or tradable. They're given to you for free. And if you want to see them for yourself, if you go back over to here, go to the items section in scmm.app, you'll see many skins have appeared. All the new Twitch drops, which will be appearing for Twitch Rivals next month. Oh, actually, it's 2 weeks' time now. Actually, no, it's 10 days. It's 10 days. Here you go. So, yeah, the Rust 10th anniversary team battle, that will be taking place. But just to quickly confirm, the Twitchmas skins aren't affiliated with it. It's their own thing. So if I just go down a fair bit here, where is it? They're located here. Twitchmas sleeping bag, large box, gingerbread, and of course, the Twitchmas AR. So they're all going to be free. You just have to watch a certain amount of time watching a Rust stream. So 3 hours, 6 hours, 9 hours, 12 hours. Not too hard to understand. And I guess we can also bring up the likes of Twitch drops. So yes, of course, we have the Twitch drops all available to be seen over here. You've got all of your generic drops here. You've got the Twitch Rival stream drops. So you have to watch the Twitch Rival streams to be able to get these skins. And we have 10 teams. Each team has a hoodie. I believe you have to watch anybody involved with the team. You can get that skin, but to get the special skin for each team, you actually have to watch the actual captain. So I think it's captain and co-captain. I think that's actually what the case is. Again, you'll find out when it happens, but yeah, just watch the captain. You'll be all right. You'll be safe. So yes, you have a hoodie and you have a very nice skin, but you can only watch one at a time. So 2 hours for the captain, 2 hours for the hoodie. So yeah, that's not too hard. And well, with the amount of skins that we have there's 20 skins, because there's 10 teams. That's like 40 hours of watching streams. Oh my god, that's a lot. But by default, when you're watching that, you get all the generic drops, and then you have to put a bit of time into watching the Twitch Rival stuff. So yeah, that's quite a lot of time. But if you want it, you got to chase after it. So not too hard to comprehend, and I do believe it's going on over the course of, just 4 days. Wow. I thought it'd last a week. Wow, that's going to be rough. I think the actual tournament is 4 days, but the skins will be available for 7. If it's only 4 days, I think people are going to complain a lot. We shall see. We'll find out, won't we? Awkward? Yes, very much so. Very, very much so. So start figuring out who you're going to watch first, and then, yeah, you get the idea. So very nice, very cool. Okay, so do make sure you go take a look at the likes of the most recent Rustified page, keeping you all informed with the newest interesting details. Most notably, we're fully well aware that legacy items will be appearing. They're not actually skins, they're their own separate item. You can actually see them here as well. So we've got the likes of the Legacy Furnace, and we also have the likes of the Legacy Bow, the Legacy Woodjack thingy, majiggy. Where's the shotgun? Shotgun's not currently here yet. We also have the likes of the Twitch Rivals desk. That's going to be allocated to certain streamers. That's going to get picked out soon, I believe. Between December 7 and December 31st, there's going to be a group of streamers that you can watch, which they are going to be the ones that are going to technically drop the skin, but to be able to get it, you have to watch 2 hours. Yes, 2 hours. No, not 2 hours. You have to give 2 subs. Cool, I am really bad today. I am really upset with myself. Sorry about this. You have to gift 2 subs to the streamer. It can be random gift subs you can pick, but yeah, gift 2 subs to someone who's been picked and you get that desktop. If that sounds nice for you, I mean, chase after it. But yeah, it's that's the case. Yeah, cool. Right then, so with that out of the way, we should also mention the likes of what we've been noticing on the commits. So we've been making a big fuss about all of this. Always keep an eye on the likes of the commits. Always be aware of what's potentially coming out in the game. A pinata. A what? A what? I didn't know about that one. Looks like we're getting pinatas now. Yeah, you got to keep an eye on this because you're getting more and more ridiculous, goofy things being added. And Battle Bus. Battle Bus. I don't know what's going on. I saw it yesterday, made a fuss about it, mentioned it in my Abnormals video. But with the likes of this, yeah, like Fortnite, I guess. Maybe that's only going to be used in a Twitch Rivals event. Do keep that into consideration. It might only be for the Twitch Rivals event. Or maybe that's how you enter a brand new force wipe from now on, which I'm not opposed to. Like, you could spend maybe like 20 minutes with your group looking at the brand new map and figuring out where you want to land, and then of course after 20 minutes everybody boards the bus and you jump out when you want to, and you have to land in a specific spot where you want to be to build your base. And at the very beginning, everybody on equal terms at equal time are racing to try and get something made, whether it's weapons or making a base real quickly. That would be cool. That would be different. That might keep things fresh for a force wipe, because before it was a case of queuing in, and then if you're first, congratulations, you got the first dibs and everything. But if everybody jumped in at the same time, that might be a little bit more fair, a little bit more equal. So what's your opinion on that? Feel free to comment. I don't know if this is just going to be for Twitch Rivals. It might be something people can add in their own server. So as you can see here, they're also mentioning the idea of like adding variants. Maybe it's like an actual bus that just goes around the server. Who knows? We'll find out. But yeah, you can only guess at the moment because we haven't actually been able to see it yet. So moving on, we also have the likes of the Santa Mask being mentioned again. So it was first mentioned just over a month ago. It's being mentioned again now. Guys, I'm pretty sure it's going to be exactly like the Trakmer mask. Do you not remember the Trakmer mask? Let's go remind you. So a good month or so ago, we had Halloween. It was a nice time. It was okay. But we had the Trakmer mask being added, didn't we? A brand new item. Now, when this was added, something was taken away. Something didn't return, and that was the candles, if you can remember. The candles did not return. Let's remind you what they look like. There you go. Large candle set did not return because we had a brand new thing take its place. For some reason, it's not part of this collection. But anyway, moving on. I get the feeling we potentially might see another Christmas item being removed if we do see the likes of a Santa Mask being introduced, which would technically be a new item. So now I'm going to go look over to the likes of Christmas. Over to here. Yep. So we don't have as much active Christmas items compared to Halloween. I do have to point that out, but we do have quite a lot. Now, the only inactive Christmas items are the original Christmas lights and the giant candy decor. All of these other ones, they are expected to be reintroduced. However, with the likes of a Santa beard, you can't wear that with a Trakmer mask, can you? And like I said, my expectation is this is going to be exactly like the Trakmer mask. Again, this is all assumptions. We won't know until we actually see it and whatnot. But I kind of get the feeling if they're going to add that Santa mask, which of course would be a mask with a beard already on it, technically speaking, maybe the Santa beard is going to be redundant. What do you think about that? Which would likely mean it doesn't get brought back this year. I should also point out, if you actually look at the page for it on the Steam market, there's a guy that listed like 200. Yeah, there you go. 200. So if I were you, I'd probably remove them, because if this turns out to not be if this isn't brought back, it'll probably go up in demand and you might lose value. Lose money, potential profits. So yeah, this actually might go up in price quite nicely. Hopefully this guy realizes the situation and removes his stock. But yeah, who knows? We shall see. But yeah, with the likes of a brand new Christmas item, maybe, just maybe, we'll see the likes of something getting phased out, or maybe it just adds to it. We don't know. We'll find out when everything, appears and whatnot. So, all good. Everything's all been nice and said. And the last thing I should say, I mentioned it earlier, for what this video will be. It was a lot earlier for me with all the stupid stuff that happened. But yeah, On the Rust Workshop, you're now going to start seeing Christmas skins being submitted. Yes, we've got 2 now. I mentioned it last night, but I'll mention it again. TGG has set up another holiday contest. We had one for Halloween, if you can remember. There was one big fat list, wasn't there? And we got 2 Rustors out of it. So the expectation is over the course of the next 2-ish weeks, because December 14 is expected to be the first Christmas Rustor, we're going to see maybe about 200 skins being submitted for this contest, and we can get a good look at all of them. I might make a video looking at all of it and whatnot. But yes, we're going to have 2 Rustors made out of that, and we'll probably see about 20 to 25 skins being picked over the course of those 2 Rustors. Very nice, very cool. So at least you're aware of all of it. And of course, we should also mention the likes of this. So I mentioned this skin, and this one as well. These 2 skins, I mentioned these in this video over here. If I could quickly go back over to it, the Twitch Rivals video. I am now informed that those 2 skins, which we did highlight, because of course I had to mention how with the likes of garage doors with see-through mesh, the likes of this one was going to potentially be a big problem. This is just a standard submission. This is just a standard submission. So, you know, when we have a random new Twitch drops session that might happen at some point in 2024, those 2 skins potentially could be candidates. So I gave them a bit of a highlight, but they're not Twitch rival skins, and they're not something that will potentially be appearing in January. Ooh. So just wanted to point that out. Cool. So with that, everything's been said. This has been a bit of a disaster today. I'm very sorry. I'm really sorry. You expect better. At least with the predictions video, I can be nice and quick and know what to not do and not say. So sorry about today, but I'm very grateful that you've been watching me throughout all of this year and whatnot. And hopefully, now that it's actually December, we will actually see the likes of people wanting to buy Christmas themed skins. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I've been selling a few. It hasn't been a lot. I'll point this out to you. Here you go. I've been selling a few, but it hasn't been like a stupidly high amount. But there is some interest there. I get the feeling over the course of this weekend we might start to see some rumblings. We might start to see people actually jumping in and trying to buy their Christmas stuff all nice and early for the eventual release of the Christmas content. And my expectation is the Christmas content will be added maybe December 14th, if everything's fine, because, you know, Twitch Rivals is still taking place while that's happening. Or maybe they delay it like they did with Halloween content, and maybe it comes out like December 18th instead on a Monday. So, all good, understood. Very stupid video today. Again, sorry, but, you know, I appreciate you watching this all the way up to the end. Thank you very much. Best of luck to you and your investments. Have a lovely weekend. Catch you later. See you and goodbye.